One of the first books that I read that were outside the canon of the Bible was the Gospel of Thomas. It certainly has a reputation, and it's one of the most popular texts outside the New Testament that people think should be in the Bible, and particularly for the New Testament. So let's talk about it. So, the Gospel of Thomas is a work that claims to be written by the Apostle Thomas. It also claims to record the secret teachings of Jesus Christ. It's not really a gospel in the sense that it's a narrative format of the life of Jesus. It's actually just a list of 114 sayings of Jesus Christ. So, with that little background in mind, why can we reject this book as scripture? Why did the church reject this book as scripture? So one of the reasons is the fact that it's a forgery. It was a text that claimed to be written by Thomas, but scholars date it to the 2nd century, which is after the period of the apostles. So one of the big reasons is because it is a forgery. So another reason why it was rejected is because it is theologically inaccurate. The text seems to be a Gnostic text, which is a term that sort of scholars have for a variety of groups that have similar tendencies. And their tendencies are basically usually a dualistic approach where they see the material world as evil and the sort of spiritual world as good. They believe in knowledge as salvation rather than the death and resurrection of Christ. And they would also say typically that there is more than one God. And a lot of that is reflected in the Gospel of Thomas, among other things that are reflected in the Gospel of Thomas as well. And so this is another reason why we can reject it, is because it conflicts with what we read in the Old and New Testaments. The Gospel of Thomas is a short little read, so I would encourage my viewers to check it out. You'd be able to read it fairly quickly and see for yourself why it was rejected by the church and continues to be rejected by the Christian church.